Hi cuties, it's Amy. I'm in the studio and today I'm doing a little something different. I've partnered with GraphicStock. They've asked me to check out their website and do a little project, so here it is. GraphicStock has a library of over 250,000 images that are royalty free. You can even click on the link in the description box below for your own free 7-day trial. I browsed the site with an intention of creating 2 fall projects. One to use as a blog banner or video thumbnail, and another made by hand DIY project. I was looking under seasonal to try to find something that felt very fall and autumn, but then I decided to be more specific and increase my search and found this awesome leaf design, which I downloaded right away as a JPEG. I saved the file. And then I recalled that on the homepage earlier I saw this awesome watercolor background, so I downloaded it as a JPEG as well. Then I opened up Photoshop and grabbed both of the JPEGs and decided that I wanted to size it to 1920 pixels across because that's what my video thumbnails are. So I changed the size and then I hit OK. I copied it, hit new, and changed the height to 1080. Then I went ahead and pasted it right on there, and I moved it around so I could see exactly how much coverage I wanted on the thumbnail. So you can see that it's the perfect width, but I had to adjust the height. Next, I opened up the leaf design and took my, what is this called? Lasso, magnetic lasso, and grabbed the design around this leaf. So then I copied it and then opened up a new document once again, and the size is automatic, so I just hit OK and then pasted it. So it looks really good, but I do need to, I think, change the size of it. So I go to image size, and then I'm just guessing because I have a 1920 width, I'm just going to try a 150 leaf. And that looks good. Copy it, go back to my document here and hit paste. So I'm hitting paste again to have 2 leaves, just moving them around to see where I want them placed. This process actually took a lot longer, but I saved you all the trouble of seeing it. Then I repeated the same process with this cluster of green leaves, grabbing the magnetic lasso once again and going around the edge. Then I clicked and hit copy, which is Control C, did a new document, and then pasted it, Control V. So here you'll notice that in between the leaves there are still some evidence of the white background that was there. So I went ahead and did the magnetic lasso in between to all the pieces. And I'm just going through and grabbing it all and then hitting delete. That way it's all transparent. Okay, so now I am copying it, and then actually I'm going to change the image size first to about 140. Then I copy it and then go back to my document and paste it. I say document, but you know, the thing that I'm working with. I don't know all these terms, but I know how to somewhat navigate around Photoshop. So the image size looks a little small, but I'm going to grab another one and resize it and make it bigger and then put it right over here. I moved it around a lot to try to figure out the configuration, but finally settled on that. Then I decided that I wanted to name this Fall Favorites. And you guys can actually grab this. It's going to be a free download on my blog so that you can have it and use it for your blogs or videos, whatever you choose. I scooted the leaves around to make sure I was happy with the placement. And then once I found that it was all kind of centered and it was to a point where I really liked every element, then I went ahead and flattened the image and then saved it in the title cards folder. And because I can't just do anything on the computer only, I had to make something by hand. So I took this background once again. And the reason I'm using the magic wand tool is because I had intended on just deleting this beige part out and making it white, but somehow when I selected it and then hit delete, this came up and I just selected OK. I was a little confused at first, but I just tried it. Oops, that's a little message that came up. And then I hit OK, and look what happened. It goes around and around, and then this amazing thing occurred. So it was a happy accident, and I decided that I really, really liked it. So I left it and then created a new document for the size of a mouse pad. I went a little bit larger actually, so I created a new one and then I changed it to inches. And the mouse pad dimensions are actually 7 3/4 by 9 1/4, but I added a little bit just for safety. So then I rotated it so it's the right way, and I had to come back here and make sure that this was 9 1/2 for my new canvas, copied it, and then pasted it right here. You can see that I can move it up and down and decide where I want everything, and it looks good about here. I also really liked the leaves that I had traced earlier, so I went and grabbed them, I copied it and pasted it onto this, and I thought about putting it on the right side, but I think the contrast is nicer on the left. So I pasted another one and placed it right here, decided to grab the green leaf cluster, copy it, and paste it down as well. Then I wanted to make a bold statement, and so I looked up some phrases, but then decided that this looked very much like it should say, make beautiful messes. And I thought I would put it fall related, but then I changed my mind because the leaves kind of imply that, and the colors as well. So this is kind of a freshening up. But what I wanted to do is make the text white. I think that serves as a really nice bold contrast. And then I grabbed another leaf cluster and placed it right here. So I decided that it was done and it looked really good. And what I needed to do to print it was actually make sure that everything was exactly where I wanted it. And then I'd go to Image, layer flatten, and then I flattened the image, and once I did that, then I needed to do an image rotation and flip the canvas horizontal. This reverses the image so that the iron-on will transfer directly onto the mouse pad. So then I went to print it, and I already had the paper in the printer. This is the Pro World Clear Soft Inkjet transfer paper. It is a hot or cold peel. So then I'm just waiting for my Epson XP950 to print out the image, and so far it looks really good. This is my first time using this transfer paper, and I really like how the color is so saturated and looks beautiful. Next, I'm taking my Fiskars trimmer and trimming the design down. I decided not to trim it exactly to the mousepad dimensions because I had experimented with one previously with sublimation paper and it slipped and I got really upset. So I was a little paranoid with having the design just right. So I made it slightly larger than the actual mouse pad. Now, you could do it either way. You could definitely be more accurate, or you can just leave a little bit of wiggle room. Another thing that I would recommend using is a heat press. This is the Trans Pro 15 by 15 press. I have to wait till the temperature gets up to about 375. So you can definitely use an iron as well, but I am using this professional heat press. I'm going to just go ahead and pre-press it for about 5 seconds. I'm taking my design, and this is heat resistant tape. Now, I don't actually recommend doing this. I kind of, like I said, was paranoid and I decided to tape the design down, but it's not necessary. It's a step that you can definitely skip. So the temperature's almost right, and what I did was I taped it all the way around, but like I said, it's unnecessary. You don't have to do it. You can simply place your mousepad down and then the image on top of it face down. Once the machine is up to 375, you'll want to press it down for 9 seconds. Now that it's ready, I've taken it off and I'm peeling up the design. And this is why I don't recommend the tape, because I think it's more trouble than it's worth. The design was peeling up perfectly, nicely, and I want to show you from this angle because it looks so rich and vibrant. And then it was hard to shoot and peel at the same time, so I decided to put it on a tripod and show you guys this amazing mouse pad. How cool does that look? I just love the way it has turned out. It looks like I actually watercolored right on top of it, but I didn't have to get my paints out or anything. If you were curious as to what the transfer paper looked like afterwards, this is what it is. I'm just going to toss it out. Another thing that's great about GraphicStock is that you can keep the media you download forever, and they're always adding new content. So for a free 7-day trial, I will add the link below. I just love the way this project has turned out, and I'm using it on my desk right now. Well, I hope you enjoyed that and feel inspired to create. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I love hearing from you all, so if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. See you soon, cuties!